Everyone. Before we get into this morning's live, I would like to go over a quick overview of what is transpiring in the crypto markets. Actually, I think there's a lot of things that are transpiring. And for some that are fans of Gematria, I'll show you something that has nothing to do with crypto. It actually has to do with the NFL, but how it has to relate with our president and like some of the stuff that's going on in the world and like some of the stuff that's being signed and things like that. So it's one of the cool things when you start to look at. So, some of the Riddlers will be like, hey, that's kind of interesting to look at it that way. But a lot of things are happening. In crypto, it's pretty interesting to see the market in totality. We've had anything from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs in crypto. And I think it's a fantastic space to be in just because of the overall volatility. That's why I'm not a fan of seeing future regulations. I'd rather see it stay deregulated. It's the reason why I like to trade it, because you can get a volatility like in Vine yesterday. It went all the way down to 11 cents and now it surged up to, I think it was 27 cents at one point today. So, I mean, that was unbelievable from a rise up, back down. Somebody mentioned it in here. So you could see a swing in that sense. We've had massive moves, as some of you have watched in XCN. There's been massive moves in the last couple of months with many different cryptos. And it's been a fantastic thing. Some people's portfolios are blowing out the roofs. But remember, when somebody's portfolio is going bonkers like some of ours, somebody else's is going through the grinder. And what I mean is somebody who might not have been as fortunate to buy when we did, and now they come in late, see the market up 5, 10x in any of their chosen tokens, and they decide to buy in and say, oh my goodness, this is something like with XRP, for example. I can't miss this. It's already up to almost $4. It's at $3.75. I can't believe I didn't buy it at 40 cents, 50 cents, 80 cents, 25 or 30 cents. And now I'm going to FOMO in at, $3.70. And now that person on 10,000 tokens could be down $6,000 right now. For us, we're like, well, I don't understand why so many people are so negative or why they're so nervous. Well, remember, retail generally gets in after the grand accumulation. So that ends up, I remember too now, sometimes, you see people with the highest of highs loving and loving or hating and hate. Some people are just hurting because they've seen something, they didn't capitalize, and now it's, you got that different kind of emotion. Oh, I gotta let my cat in. My cat's meowing. Come on, Ghost. Okay, sorry about that, but my cat, I actually want this to be up a little bit. Who knows, it might be annoying, we'll see. Anyhow, so XRP right now, we are still on the outside of our breakout. So we've still broken out of a pennant flag, which was a breakout of a descending wedge. But right now, we talked yesterday how possibly this could turn into a descending wedge if it were to drop out. But right now, I still want to look at this as if it's in a Bullflag setup, because I really do think that that's what it's trying to show us right now with this little inverse head and shoulder. Almost looks like isn't it funny how it almost looks like the Phoenix Rising in that picture? Like, I mean, you could just look at the picture right here. Kind of looks like that in the sky. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would say it's creating the Phoenix Rising here. Or the XRP Rising. Just think about it, and then if that happened, that would be pretty interesting. But right now, extreme volatility. It's just from one up to one down. And what I've noticed here, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed, it seems like it pumps during the night when the U.S. is sleeping, but the moment we wake up, the volatility starts. It seems like it happens. It's been pretty consistent. It'll have a dump down, and then it'll have an extreme pullback up, and then by the time everybody wakes up, it's just back into the consolidation. But it's pretty interesting. My cat's name is Ghost. My cat's name is Ghost, and she acts every bit like a ghost. But it's not just with XRP. We've got a lot of positivity that I can see in the charts. DGB right now is outperforming the market for the most part. It's up 6.2%. DGB, if it can get the right catalyst with the market, it's getting ready for something pretty nice here. It's on a huge inverted hammer right now. And if you look at the all-time chart, the back end of this it's dying to break out here to just over the 4 cent mark. Like, it really is trying to push up past that 4 cent mark. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's really trying to push up there. And when DGB does this and it consolidates for a length of time, it usually has I can't wait for it to happen, because when it does, I'm going to say, this is what I was trying to explain for 8 months or a year. But when it happens, it happens. But it's like XRP. We had that big accumulation, but when it happened, we knew. It tends to run very, very quickly. And XRP made the majority of this move in what? A week? 2 weeks? But it's the only difference is here from 21 is XRP's managed to hold this move. Like, this is nothing short of spectacular when you're looking at this. And that pull that broke out of here, we're not even close to finishing that move. Like, this still has a couple dollars on it. That's the crazy thing when you look at this. And then when you look at others that are within the same framework, you've got XLM again, down 3.21%. This is starting to get on steel territory here. It's back testing at an extreme now. This is at an extreme. If it holds this back test, I mean, this is almost, oh my God. Like, this almost looks like it wants to punch us in the face and say, hey, if you haven't bought this, like, what are you waiting for? Now, understandably, it could come through, but that looks like a massive inverse head and shoulders. It looks like a massive breakout of a bull flag. It looks like a massive back test of that breakout and the inverse head and shoulders, back testing even the neckline now of the inverse head and shoulders. This looks, like I said, I think the biggest deal out of XRP, XLM, and XDC is XLM right now. I really do. And to that point, man, I own 20,000 XLM, but my gut has been telling me, Tom, what are you doing? Just buy a little more XLM. You have 20,000. You bought it so friggin' cheap. What the hell does it even matter? And I think XLM is honestly, at this point of the game, if you don't own XLM at this point, you may never get this chance again at these prices. If it doesn't, in fact, fall through. Now, we always have to remember the variable. Well, if it falls through, anything can happen. But I personally think XLM is a better deal at this point, and I thought it was at 8 cents, than XRP and XDC. I said that at 8 cents. That's why I bought twice as much at the time. I did add some to XRP after, when it came back to 38. But I bought twice as much as XLM than I did XRP. And right now, it doesn't seem like XLM's moving like XRP. But XRP started at 38 cents, but more 50 cents when it made the breakout in November. So you figure right now we're at 6.25, 6.2x. XLM from 8 or 9 cents when that started. It's only about 400 and something, but this move is what would make up the majority of that ground. This is what it's lacking. XLM, I make sure to try to make sure I say this every single time I come on now. Look at that massive bull flag that's set up on XLM. Look how XRP is already breaking out of it. Look how XDC is breaking out of it. I don't think I can ignore this anymore. I think I'm going to have to add. I don't know how much I would add, though. See, that's the thing. Do I add another 10,000? Do I add another 5,000? But it's like I can see not only that. See, this is what ended up happening. Remember when I added more algo instead of and let me speak out my piece. I added more algo because I had the choice. This is what happened. I was either going to add XLM or algo more of. And I decided to add more algo because I think it has more upside potential. I know some people are going to kill me, but that's the exact similar breakout that XLM is showing, except the only difference is Algo's already been plus $3. XLM hasn't even been to $1. So the likelihood is, if you're going to get some kind of life-changing breakout here, it would more than likely be a bigger one in Algo. And that's not any disrespect to XLM. It's just, and you might just be chasing for chasing's sake. But like when I added more to Algo, is essentially the same price as XLM is now. So yeah, absolutely. XLM broke out quickly last time in July. Well, in 23 now. It's crazy it was that long ago. Tanya, enjoy the gym. This is my, well, I'm supposed to have Saturday and Sunday off, but I always do some kind of workout on Saturday. Some kind of weights at home. Even though I'm not supposed to. But, you know, when you want to stay in, after a few years, you know, you just start all this stuff. Cover HBAR too, brother. Oh, definitely. HBAR, it's not that HBAR is not a steal, but look at the, just hear me out, everybody. And I love the audience today. I love the passion we're bringing on this Saturday morning. By the way, good morning. 9:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, January 25th. Where the hell did the month already go? 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So just pay attention. I got some of the Kupiaks in the house. Got a lot of people in the house right now. Look at the all-time chart. I'm just going to show you a key. If you know nothing else about technical analysis, look how far HBAR's already broke out. We bought it at 4.5 cents, remember. Look how much it's broke out of that flag, right? XLM for the same comparison. Whoa, it hasn't even broke out. XDC, for just comparison's sakes. Holy crap, it's already gone up a lot. Ooh, DGB up 7.75% now. Let's go, baby. That's my baby. My baby's trying to help. It's really trying. Algo hasn't broke out yet, right? Just look at the back end of the all-time charts without knowing anything else. I'm just trying to teach you the most simplistic thing that I can see. IOTA, two massive inverted hammers. It doesn't look as appealing because it's harder to realize what it is, but it is. Oh, it is. They sure do. They sure do, George. The ISO's got triple-digit billionaires invested in them. Hold on. Before I forget, just to throw your mind through a loop for anybody who likes Gematria, what do you see in that logo? The commander-in-chief pushing bills in the land of the Eagles. So for anybody who likes Gematria, that's what I see with the NFL championship this weekend. The commander-in-chief pushing bills in the land of the Eagles. And now I'm going to delete that because it might not even make sense, but that is what I see. For anybody who uses that side of their brain. It's not that I don't like Gematria. I just think as much as that NFL picture is telling us what's happening in the world, is as much as Gematria is going to help you with an individual chart. It may tell you the overall market, but it's going to make it hard to tell you in a timestamp moment exactly what's going on in the chart. It's too broad. It's too broad. You can use it, but it's too broad because you can make it fit anywhere you want or make it sound the way you want. So XRP, look at, does this make sense? Does this make sense with the breakout? Can you guys see what I'm talking about? Like how XRP's already broken out that much. How XRP's broken out that much. Or how XLM has only broken out and hasn't. You see the difference? Or how HBAR has already broken out like XRP. This is why I haven't focused so much on HBAR recently. But I focused more on like Algo and XLM and IOTA and DGB And Zill's harder to see, but you can see the inverted hammer right now too. That's another one that hasn't broke out. Vechain, another one that hasn't broke out. God, XLM though is so sexy. Look at that. Oh my God. If it wasn't for algo, I don't even know the last time you could even see something so nice. Look how perfect they are. They're essentially the same damn formation. Oh my God. Like that is what dreams are literally made of, and you don't even know it unless you understand it. Dreams are literally going to be made right there when that move happens. My God. And I'll be honest. I've had this fundamental thought. And it might not be the right fundamental thought. Well, thank you for the $10 donation. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But it's believe me, I've had the thought. Do you take 31,000 from XRP and throw it all in the algo or throw it all in the XLM? I've had the thought, believe me. I've had the thought. We've 10x XRP and algo is sitting there at 39.5 cents. Like, my brain, it doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Something's got to give. Look at that fucking Bullflag. Like, I'm having a moral dilemma. I'm being serious. Oh, yes, DGB is very much an ISO. I mean, an IoT, Internet of Things. It's compliant with the ISO, but it's a token that is vital for the Internet of Things. It doesn't just have to be ISO. Think of ISO, IoT. Who said that? I'll do 1,000 if you do. If I do 1,000 XRP, it would drop my total from... It'd be closer to... That would be about 7% of my total XRP if I sell 1,000. And I already have XLM at 9 cents or 8 cents. So it's not like I don't own XLM. I have 20,000 tokens. It's just something. Oh, I don't have the time to tell you that right now in DGB. I've shown what DGB is in comparison to other of the tokens that people think are quick with transfers and things like that. DGB is only unlocked about, well, it only uses about what, 17 or 20% of its totality of its power. It's just, it's what it pushes. The token, not only in the Internet of Things, and it's going to be part of the smart cities and things like that, and the robotics and all that garbage when they bring them out. But it also is a token that is pushing freedom. So XRP is basically the World Economic Forum and the International Monetary Fund and the U.S. government all together in one and pushing a token, and that's why I own it. As the word DGB is more pushing freedom for me and you. Like, that's a token that they created so that we'll have some kind of viability in a world that is going to be run by unsavory actors, let's just say. Plus, just look into Digibyte and just what the ecosystem has to offer. That's just one of those things. So, if you sold 1,000 XRP right now for $3,100, you would actually have to sell a little bit more to get 10,000 XLM, but you could theoretically... I have 1,000 of XRP XLM and HBAR, 2,900 XDC. I got my XRP at 53 cents. Yeah, and like, I think it would be a lateral move to go from XRP to XDC because they've moved the same. Like, you got to remember, they've moved the same. It's just, It almost looks like XLM hasn't made the wave 3 yet, which if that's the case, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And some of them are really catching up now. Like XCN is catching up to the competition. It's had a spectacular move. Spectacular move. It really has. And some of these are still trying to have that come up. That's what I mean. Some of them are trying to have that come up as we speak. Like it's crazy. Some of these charts. It is really, really insanity when you start looking at some of this. I'm really super excited about some of these that are just standing off the chart right now. Some of these though, like Jasmine, that looks like it's just sideways consolidated. That's going to eventually blow. It looks like it wants to go past 5, 6. There's just some of these. This one has a tendency of just going berserk in random moments. But like I said, the XLM and the Algo are the two that they're getting me right now. The XLM and Algo, like if you don't have exposure to them, get exposure at some cost. Like I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do, nor do I want to. It's just, you're not going to see this very often. I mean, if you've made a bunch of money on XCN, let's say you bought $2,000 worth and you've made 7x, 5x, 10x. I don't know where some of you bought it. If you were doing it based on the technicals when we covered it at, it's like a 10x almost. Probably a 10x now. Maybe a little bit more now. But I would definitely take a couple of those X's and throw it into XLM, at least by 10,000. If you guys have the capital sitting there from a huge gain and you don't have any XLM or Algo, you're going to come back to this moment and you're going to say, oh man, the Lord and Savior himself, the man upstairs was speaking through Tom, through XRP Future Millionaire about these two in particular. Like I've been trying to preach DGB yesterday when it came down to 1 cent again. And I said I bought another 100,000. Now I have 1.2 million. So I'm not, I'm not just talking out the side of my mouth. I actually believe in what I'm talking about. Sometimes let's see. XLM is just calling me, man. It's calling me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the XLM a little different here. I'm going to try to monopolize on something. And this isn't for everybody. This is something I only do in a given moment. And I think it's given me that given moment. Yes, there can be volatility, which, that is what it is. Volatility is just that. Volatility makes money. It can lose money, but it also makes money. So I'm going to do something. It's not going to be huge risk. Not going to be huge risk. Who was the person in the audience that was like, hey, if you do this with XLM, I'll do this as well, or with XRP? Who was that person that made that bold comment? Nothing is. Tom was Garlinghouse on YouTube Live last I saw him. Heck no, that's all fake. No, that's fake. I was thinking of dumping 30% of my XRP into XCN. See, now you guys are going down a slippery slope. Now you're going down a slippery slope. See, that's, you guys, if you want to go into XCN, that's something completely outside of what we're talking about here. If you were going to do that, I would have urged you to do that before it went up 10x. Yes, listen, everybody. Before you comment, please listen. And this is no disrespect. Just take what you think out of it. I don't care what you think or what I think. Ready? Don't care what I think. Don't care what you think in this moment. XLM, I'm simply showing the all-time chart. What do you see on the end? This is all I'm asking. What do you see? What do you see on the XLM chart? That is all I'm asking. Take out your emotion. Take out the name of the cryptocurrency. Just what do you see at the end of this all-time chart? That's all I'm asking. I don't want to know anything else. Yes. Who said we're bailing? Nobody's bailing on XRP. I said I have, if I sold 1,000 XRP to build capital to buy another 10,000, I still have over my 10,000 XRP, but it's like 7% of my XRP. So you can do the math of how much that would be. No, it's, yeah, it's, yeah. But again, I said take out your emotion. So that's the move. So then some will say, well, Tom, why would you buy XLM if XDC is cheaper? Again, look at the move. It's already broken out of its perceived bull flag, or the flag, or the pole itself, or the flag, however you want to call it. But the pole's already making most of the move. XRP, the pole's not done moving. We're not done moving with XRP. My only thing is XLM has even started breaking past the pole. So I'm just saying, and now I'm not saying, oh, sell XRP to do this with, let's say, algo, because it's not in the same scope, but look at it. The argument is to be made. Why am I even going to, like, oh my God, if I wasn't XRP future millionaire and I was taking my own emotion out of this, I would sell all of my XRP and split it between algo and XLM, because I've already made $30,000 on just 10,000. I'm just being serious. Like, at a certain point, you got to understand, like, this is a wave behind. I think these are still going into wave 3, possibly. Is that what's happening here? I've been so focused on XRP's move. Like, is algo and XLM just coming into wave 3 and not going into wave 5? Anybody who knows the wick off, is that what's happening here? Like, I'm seriously sitting here like, holy shit, maybe we have an opportunity here to, like, you know, I'm having a moral dilemma here. I can tell you right now. We need more volume on everything. I'm just saying, you know, what I'm thinking though, is now I'm going to go through what cryptos I have real quick, because some of them just aren't going to stand the test of what I'm about to do. So if I go through my list and I say, okay, Tom, what do you have that you don't need to have? And there's not really anything. Everything I have, I don't want to get rid of. I even added Matic not too long ago. Well, Poly, POL, because they're going to be switching it, Pol. I'm just not willing to get rid of anything in the sense of something that hasn't gone up. But I feel like we're having a divine moment here. Like, so if you haven't invested in XLM and you haven't invested in algo, I really think those are two. And the ISO from the utility framework, please don't overlook. Like, I myself, if you stay emotionless, it's like, holy fuck. Who else is having I don't want to say a moral dilemma, but maybe an epiphany this morning about where some of these are in the cycle right now compared to others? I didn't say XRP is not going to go up. It's going to go up. It's not done moving. I've literally explained that a billion times. XRP is going up. And this is a thinking man's game. And by no means am I selling out of my XRP completely. I would still hold 10,000 tokens no matter what. But the bottom line is here, I have 3,700 XRP that is over, easily 3,700, that's over 10,000. So at this point, if I sold 3,700 XRP, you know, I could buy 30, 20, Frankie, damn, I wish I didn't put 3K in Jasmine last week. I know. You know, it's funny. I was actually looking at the 40,000 Jasmine I had and said, are they worth it? Just like I was looking at the Canto I have saying, are you worth it? Because that's just been sitting there. But, you know, I have them for a reason, so I don't like to cherry pick off of my stuff. It's this is a tough live. You guys are breaking my balls here. DGB's up almost 10%, making things look a little bit better. I've not had this feeling in a very long time. And last time I had this feeling, I bought 10,000 algo. And I was relieved after I did it. In theory, I have liquid cash, so I don't have to sell anything. It's just my ratio would be a little worse off. I just know we're not going to get this opportunity for much longer. I can feel it. Can anybody feel it with XLM, like an algo that it's just ending? Like these, we're going to get into the charts, but this is literally a moment in time that I wanted to share with everybody because I was having a struggle here. I was having a struggle. No more. No more struggle. I'm going to be a man. But not in the way you guys think. I dug into some of my liquid cash, which now I have to replace. But I did. I bought 10,000 more XLM. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. So, I couldn't resist. CRO is actually not looking bad at all. I have CRO. Hey guys, anybody saying swaps are taxed? Yes, they are. But remember, figure out a way to go to a non-KYC exchange when you're making the swaps. Wink, wink. If they can do it. But I just used liquid cash. I didn't want to change anything out. I didn't want to sell anything. So I decided to use liquid cash, and that's the route I decided to go. If I'm being honest, I used liquid cash. So now I got to replace some liquid cash because, yeah. But I see something that's building, so I can't help it. And now, mind you, I had bought XLM at my other 20,000 tokens are around 8.5 cents. So if I was willing to buy another third, there's got to be a reason why. The only reason I didn't buy more algo is I just had this same debate about a week and a half ago with myself, and I went with 10,000 algo. So this time I went with 10,000 XLM, if I'm being honest. So now I have 30,000 XLM and 30,000 algo. So I'm not mad. I don't know, I'm not looking. I don't care how much my average moved. I'll just, if anything, I'll tell myself this 10,000 XLM is a separate bag at 41 or 42 cents. Not too worried about it. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting, it's an interesting time. DAG, if I could buy DAG, if it was on any exchange, I used to have it on Uphold, and it was one that you would have had to pry to my cold dead hands. But I have no ability to buy it. If I could, I don't think DAG's bad at all. We've actually charted out so many times. And, oh, it's starting to break out now. Look at that. What are you thinking about Vechain at these levels? Oh, my God. Vechain's another one. Here, I'll get the Vechain in a second. And thank you for the $5 donation, David. And I know we spent a lot of time thinking this morning, but I wanted you guys to feel what I was feeling. See, here's the thing, Nick. As much as I want to buy more XRP, I don't. Because I see algo sitting there. So I had this debate with myself twice now, and I've even thought about XRP or XDC. But most of the time I went with DGB in the beginning. Now I have 1.2 million. So I think I'm pretty happy with how much DGB I have. Because I have a master. I think DGB in the end is going to make me my most money. Because I think it's got them. We'll have this discussion later with DGB. But with DAG, massive cup and handle. Short-term cup is finished. And now it built a handle. Yeah, my target in the short term is to come up to 17 cents on the breakout. I've had this charted out for some time. It's just taken forever to get through here. It's just taken forever. I'm so disappointed not to have been able to buy it on this entire uptrend, but unfortunately, I can't. None of the exchanges. But this is one that I would definitely, if you have, I wouldn't get rid of it. Not a chance. There's so many that are starting to get ready. This is built. I believe this is building a massive cup on IOTX. But anyhow, I can't go over all of those. I've only got so much time here on this Saturday morning. And like with Vechain, huge potential. Like I freaking love Vechain. I don't know how much Vechain I have. To be honest, I'm actually curious to know. I don't know where my phone's at. Oh, okay. I honestly don't know how much Vechain I have, but I would like to know. It's got to be 4,000 or 5,000 I bought worth of it. I haven't had to do anything with it for a while, so it just kind of, it hasn't done anything. It's made my decision making pretty easy. I haven't had to do much. Vechain, 104,000 Vechain. Well, I didn't realize I had that much. So I definitely went with the 6-figure on most of these. The ones that were cheaper, because my goal wasn't to have that many. ZIL, 241,000. IOTX, 140,000. Poly, or Matic, most of you will know, 10,000. Axlar, 5,000. Kanto, 61,000. Jasmine, 40,000. HBAR, 20,000. Algo, 30,000. XLM, 30,000. DGB, 1.2 million. And then Chronos, I have like 20-something thousand between the staking and then for my Ruby card. But yeah, Vechain. I'm happy to know I bought that much Vechain. I'm going to be very happy. Future Tom's going to be very happy what past Tom did. I'm just telling you. Past Tom is going to make future Tom very, very happy. And that's how I'm looking at it from now on. Like, today's Tom is living fine. But tomorrow's Tom doesn't even understand what today's or yesterday's Tom did for him. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday's XRP future millionaire made tomorrow's decisions a lot easier. It wasn't the easiest decisions when we had to make them, but now that we made them, oh boy. And we haven't seen nothing yet. Some of these haven't seen nothing yet. This is literally just getting ready. And if this is at 9 cents, now all of a sudden those tokens turn into from a $5,000 holding to almost 10,000. You know, so you start to get into some money. The XLM future millionaire. Yeah, both. It's more than, that's why I say a side bet on XLM. See, now some of you know I'm XRP future millionaire with the side bet on XLM and future Digibite. Oh, gee, that's why. Ooh, I don't think CRO is a bad plan. I've been rolling a little bit into CRO as well and just staking it for a year. It's a little, like if you guys are on that exchange, you understand. It's a little bit different than just, hey, we're doing this and that. But yeah, I think this is one that's getting ready. This is one that's on that exact same. So like if you have any special interest in CRO like I do, I don't talk about it a lot, but I am definitely looking forward for what's to come. These tokens that have some real utility on the exchange and they have a reason, I've watched them go from these small amounts in 10, 20, 100, 500x for no reason at all. Except simply exchange capital flow. So the good thing about the CRO, a lot of capital just got added unexpectedly. They allowed all stock market things to be on there. So I can buy anything on the stock market that I can buy on Charles Schwab or any kind of main broker. You can buy it on crypto.com now. So now there's going to be some increased capital that's going to allow this to play out. I guarantee at some point we're going to see it way up there. So these 13 cent, 10 cent, 8 cent buys I've had, I'm going to be so happy. I'm telling you right now, no, XLM will not 10x this year. The powers that be will not allow it. I don't know who talked about 10x on XLM this year. Who the hell talked about 10xing XLM this year? If you mean we've already 10x XLM or 5x, I don't know who said we 10x or it's going to 10x. Nobody said that. My chart doesn't even show anywhere close to a 10x. Slow your horses down, everybody. Don't let your emotional tirade get you out of the loop. My target right now is $1.17 if this breaks out. So I don't know where we're getting 10x. Nobody should even be asking 10x right now. My expectation is $1.17 in time, which will end up breaking in time to the upside. But in short, 61 cents is what I'm looking for. I do this in steps. I do this in steps. So on 10,000 tokens, that's a $1,900 move. On 30,000 tokens, that's a $5,700 move. That's all I care about. I'm not looking to sell HBAR. A lot of these things, everybody keeps asking me if I'm going to sell. I'm not looking to sell this stuff. I'm looking to hold it until I, one, can use it as a form of payment, or two, I can sell it out without tax repercussions. This is my, unless it's something that I see, and a lot of people get confused because I have a no KYC exchange that I will send things to so I can buy and sell without it being on record. And that's what a lot of the rich people do to hide their implications. Until those no KYC exchanges go extinct, there's a rhyme or a reason for everything I do. So if I'm selling something, unless I want it to be a tax implication, I'm sending it somewhere else or just trading it in some place where it's not traceable. But I'm trying to keep my stuff until this cycle is over. It's not over. If the cycle ends, remember in 21, I told everybody if the cycle's over, I have no problem. The cycle's not over. What I'm seeing right here with XL, this isn't over. Yeah, DGB, just remember, DGB is a finicky one, just like the rest, like Vechain and ZIL. The ones that are a lot lower, depending on where you buy, is how blessed you'll feel in the end. I started buying DGB again at 004, and I started buying it 007 again, 008, 006. It made that push up to 2.2 cents, and I had like 400,000, and I'm like, I'm going to sell them here around there, and I bought it back. Well, I sold some. You guys know what I did. And when it came down to the area at 009, whatever it was, I said, oh my God. It did exactly what our chart showed us. So I just went, if there was ever a term for testicular fortitude, that's the one that owns my fortitude. More of them do, but that's one that I have so much faith in. Yes, if I could buy SHX, I would. That's another one, but I can't. It pains me. Oh, it pains me. It pains me. Oh, I know SHX is a sleeping giant. On the same terms as VELO. VELO and SHX will eventually surprise a lot of people. I have 100,000 VELO, and I have no doubt that that can turn into 6 figures from where I bought it. Easy. It's just when and how. I'm excited, though, to say the least, on this weekend. I know we've done a lot of reminiscing or a lot of deep thought, but what I want you guys to pay attention to with XRP, since we are here for XRP, I know I've been roaming, but I still believe this is the setup we're in. We tried to force it into a megaphone, but why forward project? Or we could try to put it into a descending wedge. Why even try? Might as well just keep it in the Bullflag. I don't know the question from Billy Napier, to be honest. I haven't paid a lot of attention because the comments are going too fast. KJ, you put me on SH. Yes. Yes, and I've been talking about SHX for a very long time. And as I've said for a very long time, it is not on any of the exchanges I use. Otherwise, I would own it. Trust me, there are many of them like that. I listen to you every day for your good looks and to make money. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm a proponent of the older you get, and if you can keep yourself in good shape and, you know, things like that. And, you know, the luck of the Lord that I actually have hair. Because my dad, you know, and my brother, you know. So my grandpa, yeah, you know. Sell IOST and IOTX for XLM or not? I'm not willing to sell my IOTX, but IOST, that one was pushed so much by BitBoy that it lost the flavor for me when I went back in the database and I heard the Chinese developer who said that it's basically like a siphoning scheme in the end. So once I heard those words, he didn't say those exact words, but he might as well have. It's like the auto mechanic that tells you your brakes are fine even though you know damn well they're not, and they just put a little lube on to make it sound better. So, yes, BitTrue I can't use in the USA. I tried. BitTrue, Bitmart, all of those. It won't work with my IP. So that's it. So for that reason, I can't do the IOST. I had to get rid of it. I actually just put it into IOTX. So more of it. Hey, I didn't say there's not some good mechanics. It's just like in MySpace. I say all the influencers are basically tools, but I'm still an influencer. It doesn't mean everybody's bad. Like if you want to see a real mechanic that actually talks the truth, watch Scotty Kilmore. The guy's like 71 years old now. He's been on YouTube for like 15 years. But he's got 6 million subscribers. This guy's the funniest guy I've ever seen talk about mechanics, but he's cool. You know, I basically talked about everything I wanted to. I know, Julie, you're waiting for me.
Did you have testicular fortitude?
With XLM and Algo before. I've had too much testicular fortitude. Oh, heck yeah. No, I know you're just messing with me about the about being a mechanic. That's why I was making the reference to myself as well with that. I didn't hold XLM for a measly 10. Exactly. That's how I feel about a lot of these. But Scotty Kilmore is awesome. I love him. I love that so many of you watch Scotty Kilmore. It's awesome. I got some Stronghold and some GPT protocol the other day, and I am up some, I think. Interesting. Well, if my wife asked me that. But you know, just go into the rest of this day with the thought of opportunity. You know, a lot of people are seeing the market as just so bearish right now. And if you're looking at it for what it is, if you're just looking at the technicals, you really can't come to that conclusion at this exact moment. Especially from a Bitcoin standpoint, it broke out of that symmetrical triangle, back tested the symmetrical triangle and held. So the only thing we're left with is the fact that there's been some severe volatility, but it needs to finish out these targets. So at least 112,000. Lobster Wallet, for a time I liked, but there's so many fake tokens that sometimes you think you're even buying the real token and it ends up being the fake token of the real token of a fake token of the real token you thought you were buying. And then even then it's a fake token of the fake. So I don't like to support Lobster because of their lack of, let's just say their lack of cleaning up the bad actors is the best way I can put it. And some in the community were put in harm's way when I used to be on Lobster because they didn't have the savvy I had because they didn't experience some of the scams. And they might have walked into a time or two. So I had to go away from that. Yeah, you're waiting for me.
Do you want me to order stuff to make chicken soup?
Ooh. But yeah, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go help Julie. But we have stuff we have to do. Because I'm gonna make chicken soup with her today. So I have to buy the stuff from the store, but I have to buy it from a certain store. Yes, I'm picky. Tom, if HBAR hit $1, I'll send you $1,000 for covering HBAR. You don't have to send me that. But I mean, I would appreciate it, but you don't have to. I just cover HBAR because I like it, you like it, Tanya likes it, everybody likes it. But HBAR is going to hit $1 at some point. So, I mean, don't.
HBAR the winning Wednesdays one?
Yes. HBAR was the winning Wednesday one that we were buying at 4 and 5 cents.
See, I pay attention.
They were 4.5 cents. You were right about that, Julie. And then we sold it and we got to buy it back at 4.5 cents after it came all the way back down and then some. But yeah, I agree with that. Lobster was a Canaan scam. I 100% believe that. And I also think it's used to pump and dump on the unsuspecting. So like Wall Street bets and them like to use it for a reason. Because there's no, yeah. Anyhow, in time, in the short term, I believe with HBAR with this breakout, it's still playing true in the breakout from where we put it. It hasn't hit that 44-cent mark. That white line is just a cycle top right now at 40 cents. And if you get past that and you break that top, I mean, you're looking at first layer is about, if you get past 44, it would be 63. But in time, you can get all the way up to 73 cents and then higher if it plays out properly. Like you can get higher than this as well. You can. Much higher. Much. And I'll just show you an example. I mean, I don't want to say, oh, it's crazy, like, oh my God, we can go to the moon. But I mean, in all theory, if you bought it where we bought HBAR, you're going to be like, oh my God, this can't be possible. Oh, it's possible. So whoever said they'll give me $1,000 for covering HBAR if it gets to $1, you're going to have to hold up to that one day. Sooner than you think. This is the projected outbreak. If this cup and handle plays bullish, which I think it's going to. When we get there. Remember, we're forward projecting just like we did. Actually, I'm not even forward projecting. You know why? Because actually, I am forward projecting. I'm forward projecting when it gets back to 57 and then makes a handle up here. Just like I am forward projecting with XRP, except it filled out the cup. So forward projecting, I think our 4.5 cent buy for HBAR will be up at $1.10 sooner than we think. So if it goes to $1.10, holy smokes. Well, we'll see. We'll see, Cruz, in the future what ends up happening. But it's definitely, I think that force, and think about it, if you bought it at 4.5 cents with us with HBAR, because of Tanya, I even bought twice as much as I was going to. I bought 20,000 instead of 10. That's going to be a big decision I made at that point. Big decision. 4.5, we'll say. If it gets all the way up here, that's a 2,300% move. This is what I was talking about in 21 when we had to sell in 22 and wait for the bear market. This is what I'm talking about. We're in the midst of what I was talking about. Early stages of becoming very wealthy. Very wealthy. It's just, do you have the testicular fortitude to wait the market out? To wait the market out. Because if somebody sees a 30% drop today, it's not affecting you the same way. Let's just say, HBAR went down to 25 cents. You bought it at 4.5 or 5 or 10. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? So, DGB, good to see up 10% today. I love it when it's running when everything else was struggling a little bit. Most things. But right now, we got to get past the bearish cross in the daily, so don't get too excited. Got to get past that 1-2 level. And ultimately, if DGB gets over 1.3 cents, we're off to the races. Like, I'm telling you, DGB is trying to push that 4 cent range. in time here. And it's not going to be as much time as most think. DGB moves rather quickly when it does. XRP's pushing back out of this range. It's just trying to get the fortitude to break out of this little cup it was in. It was a small one, but it's still developed. And the breakout. XLM is just begging right now. Oh, it's begging everybody to pay attention to it. Algo is begging everybody to pay attention. Oh, it's begging. But I gotta go. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you're trying to find out where this call is coming from, and I'm telling you, I have a transcending idea here that I've been throwing out here for years, but I want to do it. I want to add a phone number so people can call in, but only so many people because there's only one line. So people will be calling in, but only one person at a time would go through. And when the call ends, the line would be there, and the person would be on hold until I was ready to answer the next person. I really want to do that. I really, really, really want to do it. Thank you for all you do, Tom. Have a great... Hey, thank you, everybody. But if you're looking to buy Algo, if you're looking to buy IOTA or XLM, you can buy it on the exchanges in front of you. BITUNIX has the lowest spot and leverage trading fees. You'll have to buy it in 1x over on the leverage market on BITUNIX, but it's cheap. Lowest maker-taker fee. HOTCOIN, you can do the same. Crypto.com, you can buy it in spot. But as far as it goes for the best deal, BITUNIX. Lowest maker-taker fee. They have Algo. Wait a minute. They don't have Algo. And, well, they have it in the leverage market. But yeah, there's opportunities to buy all these. There's opportunities to buy all these. The exchange is in front of you. No KYC exchange for BITUNIX and HOTCOIN, so you don't have to do a know your customer. I did that on Crypto.com, so I can use their Visa debit card and store some liquid cash. Yada, 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 so on and so on. I don't even need to explain myself. If you want to send a donation, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And then, last but not least, this is massive as well. XRP Healthcare, massive flag that it's on. 2 inverted hammers. One was slightly bearish. This one is a bullish inverted hammer. So the last one, even though it was slightly bearish inverted hammer, just meant it wasn't ready to break out yet. This candle, however, is a bullish inverted hammer as of right now. And this could be big. So have a blessed day. Don't forget to give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I hope you guys have a blessed Saturday. And I can't wait. Oh yeah, CRO. I can't wait. You know, until we can do this again. And trust me, I would like to stay on longer, but I got family. So this is the last pull of the heartstrings that you guys are going to give me, and then I got to go. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble. You guys don't want Tom to get in trouble, do you? You don't want XRP Future Millionaire to be in the doghouse on Saturday. I sure don't want to be. Oh my God, look at CRO. Look at them. This has a massive flag that did a fake move to the downside. And this is another one that has a flag set up. Now, like I say, there is a chance that these could all reverse and these are for nothing. But I'll believe it when I see it. So, definitely a lot of potential here with CRO. I did chart it before. I charted it before on my other chart. Where was it at? Probably the Coinbase chart. This isn't even the right chart. I just had another chart. I don't know if I'll be on at 6 because it's Saturday. We'll see how it goes with the family. But I got to go. I got to go because I got stuff to do. But maybe. But I'll do an update later.